Chapter 1. The day she stopped believing in coincidences, he believed in control. Not because she trusted life, but because control was the only thing that had never left her. Emotions could fail, people could disappear, but discipline, routine, and silence stayed exactly where she placed them. Her name didn't matter to strangers. She preferred it that way. Every morning, she walked the same street, passed the same bookstore, stopped at the same corner to buy coffee. The barista knew her order, but not her story. That felt safe. Love, to her, was a word that belonged to other people. Softer people, braver people. She had once tried to be one of them. It ended quietly. The worst kind of ending, the kind that leaves no one to blame. So she stopped believing in coincidences, until one afternoon, when she missed her bus. Chapter 2. The man who arrived too early. He arrived early everywhere. Early to meetings, early to goodbyes, early to decisions he wasn't sure he was ready to make. People described him as confident, charming, easy to be around. They didn't see how often he replayed conversations in his head, wondering what he should have said differently. He liked people, but he loved distance. Distance meant freedom. Distance meant nothing could expect too much from him. That day, he arrived early to a place he didn't plan to stay, and that's when he saw her. She was standing at the bus stop, frustration written clearly on her face, pretending not to care. He smiled without thinking. "Looks like the city decided to test our patience," he said. She glanced at him, unimpressed. "Cities don't test people," she replied. "They ignore them." He liked her immediately. Chapter 3. To conversations that should have ended. They talked, because silence felt heavier than words. At first, it was practical. Weather, delays, the unreliability of public transport. But conversation has a way of opening doors when neither person is paying attention. She noticed he listened fully, not waiting for his turn to speak. He noticed she chose her words carefully, as if each one mattered. The bus arrived. Neither of them moved. "I think I'll wait for the next one," he said. She hesitated. "So will I." That was how it began. Chapter 4. Learning each other slowly. They didn't rush into anything. They met again by accident, then intentionally. Coffee turned into walks. Walks turned into evenings that lasted longer than planned. She learned he used humor to hide uncertainty. He learned she used logic to protect a very sensitive heart. Sometimes they said too much, sometimes not enough. But something unfamiliar was growing between them, something neither had prepared for. Love didn't feel dramatic. It felt calm, dangerous in its calmness. Chapter 5. The fear of wanting. She realized she cared the night she waited for his message. The realization terrified her. Wanting someone meant giving them power, and she had promised herself she would never do that again. So she pulled away. He felt it immediately. Distance, to him, was familiar, but this time, it didn't feel like relief. It felt like loss. He didn't chase her. He waited. Chapter 6. The conversation that changed everything. They met weeks later. Tension heavy but honest. "I don't know how to do this," she admitted. "Neither do I," he replied. "But I want to learn." She looked at him carefully. "What if we fail?" He smiled softly. "Then at least we'll know we tried." That was the moment she chose courage over control. Chapter 7. Love is not a feeling. Love became something steady. Not constant happiness, not endless passion, but presence. They learned how to argue without hurting, how to disagree without leaving, how to grow without pulling apart. Some days were easy, others required effort. But love, they discovered, was not something you felt. It was something you practiced. Chapter 8. To hearts, one language. Years later, standing on that same street where they first met, she smiled. "I still don't believe in coincidences," she said. He took her hand. "Neither do I," he replied. "I believe in choices." And every day, they chose each other.